Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon deck creation process video where we are going to be continuing with our Airborne division of decks that are going to be one after the other. And right after we did our US Airborne game, we are going to go into it and make a Soviet Airborne, as I don't actually have a Red 4 Airborne deck at all. So, let's just do the standard of after the US, let's do the USSR. And we're going to do, how do I name this? The Soviet 3rd Airborne, it looks like. So, Soviet 3rd Airborne Division. There we go. It's Red 4, Soviet, and Airborne. There we go. And creation we do. Okay, so first things first, we are going to get the illustrious fob. And we have quite a bit of choices that we want to do. We are going to come back to the creation process again because we want to make sure we have what we have available in terms of helicopters. So we are going to go straight into the infantry tab where we have a lot more choices than the US counterpart and a lot more better stuff, but also a lot more expensive. So first thing we want are, of course, Gonostroki 90s. Why do we want Gonostroki 90s? They are the light rifleman version with 26 AP power instead. They're not merely meant to get up against infantry because they're so expensive but don't have the best anti-infantry weapons, but they can hold their own just a little bit until more elite troops come in. Their main advantage is this 26 AP power. So we are indeed going to get some Gonostroki. Now, what do we want to get them in? Why, let's get them in the Mi-8 MTV with their 4 HE power rockets. Since we can bring 13 of those in, we have massive killing of tank power and infantry power in that one card alone. And let's get some more stuff to fly in. Now, do we want to get some Spetsnaz? Now, why am I going to be bringing in Spetsnaz in the Mi-24D and get a 90-point card? Well, this goes back in is that the Spetsnaz are elite trained. That elite accuracy does go to the Mi-24D, which does give it its Fleta missiles a more accurate attack, up to about 50% accuracy in total with those Fleta 16 AP power missiles. And the Mi-24D is a pretty big scare on its own. So let's do that. Let's get some Spetsnaz in the Mi-24D. It's going to be our airborne division. We want to have some airborne squads to be able to engage just fine. And we also definitely want to get some AA pieces. Now, let's test this out. 9, 7. 7, 9. Ooh, interesting. Okay, 15. We could get 45 points. Yeah. We are going to get more of these Mi-8 MTVs, and we're going to get regular Iglas for our airborne squad. They're just enough to scare off the helicopters, but not going to use them as their main way to kill. Well, they'll kill if they get too close. We're not going to do regular Gonostroki because they're just bad for that price. The light riflemen are better than the Gonostroki because they're simply more accurate. The light riflemen 90s. So we now need to start worrying about other stuff that we want to start bringing in. And we are going to get some Spetsnaz in BTRDs. It's going to be start of our land division. And I did see some Conquerors M. Even though we have Gonostroki, having some Conquerors M's would balance this out quite right. If we have them in some robots, those robots would basically double the ATGM fire. 40 points, 30 points. I'm ready to get another ATGM. So we're going to get some Conquerors M and robots. And we need the Igla ends. We are, of course, going to get the Igla ends in the Squizette. So we have a little bit of extra AA support. And now we need to discuss between VDV and VDV 90s. Now, we do have Conquerors M's and we do have Gonostroki 90s. And this is going to be airborne, so we're going to have a lot of anti-tank. We don't really need up-close VDV 90s. And looking at these two, there's not any difference except for the main gun. So I think we're going to stick with VDV this round. We are going to get some VDV and some BMB3s because why wouldn't we? And for the rest of the VDV, we're going to get them vetted up in BTRDs. So we've got a huge land-based force. Now we do have to reorganize this because this is, quite frankly, a big mess. So I'm going to put the Gonostroki here. And then the Iglas are going to go next to the Gonostroki because they're in the same helicopter. Spetsnaz are going to go at the end, followed up by the regular Spetsnaz and the BTRDs. And we need the specialty. We're going to put the Igla ends right next to the Spetsnaz. Then we're going to have the Conqueror's M's because they're a dedicated ATGM. The regular VDV because they got the BMD3 with their Conqueror's M missiles next to the Conqueror's M's. See how I'm organizing this here? And we've got the regular VDV for line up, and that will be all of our infantry tab. So let's move on into the support tab. A lot more support options than the Avengers that they only had. They even have artillery or mortars, but with 5 HE power, these known as SVKs are going to be pretty darn good. The difference between them is that they're wheeled, they're faster, they're more amphibious than the regular Nonas, though we can get more regular Nonas. We're probably going to spend most of our points. You know what? Let's get some hardened Nonas so that we can decrease that dispersion rate, and yeah, we'll be able to safely engage stuff decently. Is there any difference in range? Nope, not even a difference in range. And yeah, we won't have to risk aircraft for doing a little bit of a bombing run. And let's see, do we want to have anything here? This grad does not have smoke, so I am not interested in it. The Ural is fun, but we could do better, especially with the Strela 10M. Don't think we want the Strela 1M. All of our infantry are coming in tracked vehicles, so we just need a tracked Strela 10M. That will be plenty deadly enough. We'll move on to the tank department because they do have tanks. So let's compare both of their tanks that they have available in the Airborne division. And it's not that impressive. The PT-90 doesn't quite have the oomph that we would want. And the BMP has a fast rate but doesn't have the huge AP power. So I think we might actually skip the tanks department. Yeah, let's come back to this. Recon. We definitely want KA-52s because we want Seed with our helicopter. What else do we want? PT-80. So they have the tank version of the PTs here. We could get some cheap recon. That could be useful. Oh, yes. The Spetsnaz grew. We want 2 of these. I'm pretty sure. Let's just get 1. We'll get 1 Spetsnaz Guru in the Mi-24D, basically being 85 points. And then we're going to get the Spetsnaz VMF, and we're going to get them in the KA-29 because it's a pretty good helicopter on its own right. And it's, I just like it because it kind of looks smaller and it looks like something that they would unload the Spetsnaz VMS in from behind. BRDM-3 is a good lookout ground vehicle. And yeah, let's get some regular recon squads so we can litter around the map. And we've got to organize this. Done. Okay. That's organized. Vehicles. Not impressed at all. Only thing I would probably consider are these ZPTU. Really? For 5 points more, just rounds per minute? Well, why don't we just get these guys? We'll come back to that. We'll see if about the points. Helicopters. We are going to get Kokulas, and we are going to get Mi-28s, and we are going to get Mi-24Vs. Do we want... Well, we already have got quite a bit. We're going to get one card of Mi-24Ps for cheaper anti-tank. They only have 4 Kokon missiles, and they are a little bit weaker than the Kokon M, but the upgrade version only has 4 as well. And we are going to get some spam helicopters. So let's get a couple of those. And we have plenty of rockets there. I think this is all we really want for the helicopters, so we're not really going through that many points. Now let's go and look into what we all want for the aircraft. Probably going to get 2 stacks of Su-27PUs because they are awesome. What else do we want? Yeah, let's get an Su-27M because that's pretty good. And MiG-29M as well, because it's got some long-range missiles to help engage, especially it's got cluster as well. And let's get some MiG-27's Elite, because as Elite trained, they're probably going to be able to hit with those missiles. So that's pretty worth it in my book. Let's get some MiG-25PDs, also Elite, so they could back up the Su-27PU. Doubling down here, get a MiG-25PM. Gotta be careful with that seed. MiG-23MLD. That could be good for a sniper plane, but let's go and see what else we might want. Su-24M. I'm just thinking here. So we've got our anti-tank, our cluster, our bomber, our seed. Could get regular Su-24 compared to the MiG-25BM. MiG-25BM has better ECM and is faster. The problem is they did change it so it no longer fires 2 seed missiles at a time. Don't really want any yaks. Yeah, let's get to, so we're going to be very dedicated anti-air. So let's see here. How do I want to organize this? I got it. I've got it. Okay, MiG-25PDs goes there. Su-27s go here. Another Su-27 goes right next to that one. MiG-27 is going to be going right next to there. The MiG-20... Wait, which one do I want? The Su-24... don't rush me, I'm thinking, how do I want this organized? I'm very particular on this. I think I got this. I think I got it. Okay. Yeah. This will do me just fine. So MiG-29 there. Veteran here. Elite here. Gotta delete the other one. That there. And MiGs go there. And the seed rig goes down here. We're a little light on the seed. Just got to be careful about that and rely a little bit more on our Ka-52. But we've got our bomber hybrid with its also air superiority fighter, the start of all the air superiority fighters, air superiority fighter anti-tank, dedicated anti-tank, and dedicated anti-seed. That works for me, and we've got plenty of points left over to decide what we want. We got to go into the logistics tab, of course, figure out what exactly we are going to get here. So, infantry, we definitely want to bring them in on some kind of helicopter, and we could bid some more MIMTV high explosive ones. Now, what's the difference? One's a main gun, one has an autocannon. Autocannon is actually pretty good because it can actually shoot at spare helicopters flying really close by. Now we've got to choose between the Mi-6 and the Mi-26 in terms of supply. I think we're going to... we are pretty expensive in this deck. Yeah, there's one thing to keep an eye about. So I think we are just going to get some regular Mi-6 backed up by some regular cargo trucks so that we can get them close into our front lines. And we've got 3 points left. Now, where do we want to spend the 3 points? We could spend a couple here in the tank department. We could spend one here a couple here in the vehicles department. We could also spend a couple here, but I don't really know what else we would put in here that I really want. I think we are going to get that. And for a support tab, we could just get another thing for support. Ideas? Yes, the Ural and the ZPTU. These guys can work together to clear out infantry and helicopters in a nice, cheap push forward. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, Naval tab. We can't really support our... Well, wait, we can support our ships because we have plenty of air superiority. So we'll do this typical thing. We'll get the Sovereignty, a Udaloy. We're going to get 3 Chigangu 30s. Right? No. We get 2 Munas. I think that's how it works. A couple stacks of Munas for all those heavy ships because we're not going to rely on that. And yeah, that should be our deck. So this will be our Soviet deck. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Can't wait to try it out. And I hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you all so much for watching. And I'll catch you all in the game.